everybody. So there is just something kind of special about Seattle to me. The Science Fiction Hall of Fame and Museum, the Experience Music Project, the coffee, the recreational activities. Wizards of the Coast is there. I once played a celebrity game of D&D with a bunch of badasses. I even worked as a barista at a Cincinnati Starbucks for 2 years. When my wife and I got married right in the middle of a tour, we took a short honeymoon there. I've always just kind of felt a connection to it. On our last tour stop there, I walked off of a plane and into the waiting arms of Spencer Lull. Now the pity is that most of you probably don't know Spencer personally, but he and his wife are just awesome people, and not just because they took me out for bonkers sushi, but also not because of not that. So we ended the evening at the workshop of Mike Lull Custom Guitars. Mike was a specialist in repairs and upgrades in the Seattle area starting in the mid-70s, and he was able to help some struggling local bands before he opened up his own shop under the banner Mike Lull Custom Guitars in 1995. Sadly, Mike passed away in 2020, but since then, Spencer has taken over the company, and the pieces they continue to make are a credit to his father's vision and craftsmanship. So, back to our date. After the sushi, Spencer then drove me out to his workshop, and then we spent pretty much the entire night with me set up in their showroom, playing almost everything they had in stock. I was playing all these just stunning basses, very cohesive pieces of master craftsmanship, all with sort of familiar shapes and sounds, and then I played this one. It was this killer passive PJ4 in black with blocks, and it just absolutely sang. So then we spec'd out and decided to build this. What is this? This is a Mike Lull PJ4 with a V4 body style, which is like their take on a jazz, and the body is a single piece of lightweight swamp ash. The one-piece roasted maple neck is crowned with an ebony board and sports mother of pearl blocking and white binding. The position dots are lumen lay, so they glow in the dark, and that's great for when your MD needs you to play during an interstitial and all the lights are off. The neck sports 21 frets, is 1.54 inches wide, which is pretty close to a standard jazz width. It has a 12-inch radius and sports a slim C-shaped taper. It has also been plecked, which is a very fancy process where a machine levels your frets to within 1/1000th of an inch. Finally, the back of the neck is coated in witchcraft and unicorn tears and sports a sleek oil-rubbed finish. The hardware is all hip-shot with ultralight tuners and an A-style bridge. The pickups for this beast are supplied by Lindy Fralin, a matched PJ set that has a 10% overwhine. This black beauty runs passive, and I got a little bit froggy with the control layout. Master volume and passive tone are standard, and this here is a 3-way pickup selector toggle disguised as a mild-mannered balance knob. We decided on black, black, and black for the color scheme. really say enough about their commitment to craftsmanship. No tricks, no shortcuts, no secrets, just a workshop full of tenured badass wizards doing their absolute best. Everywhere you touch this bass, it just feels deluxe. I mean, the control knobs have a nice bite to the turn, the tuners are really confident. I mean, even the finish on the paint on the body has something about it texturally. It just sets it apart a little bit. Feels like every millimeter of this bass was gone over by someone with a microscope and a frown on their face. I have to point out that Mike Lull necks are some of the finest I have ever touched, and honestly, whenever I feel a little bit stressed, sometimes I just come into my studio and touch the back of this neck. This has become my emotional support bass. This bass is also my first experience playing Lindy Fralin pickups, and I have to say, so far so good. They're really bright without being too brittle. There's a really musical depth and complexity to them, and they translate the honestly very impressive acoustic presence of this bass really well. The experience of putting this bass together with Spencer and all of his wizards was also really positive. I just felt like I was in good hands the entire way. Building something by yourself from the ground up, like I did with that Balaguer Goliath that I just posted a review about, is really fun, but it's also really nice to have somebody with experience and expertise kind of guiding you the whole way. A huge thank you to Spencer, Tom, Michael, Alex, Anthony, Garrig, Larry, and Preston for the time and attention that you clearly put into this. I'm immensely proud to have one to call my own. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been the Mike Lull PJ4. I've been Amos. You've been amazing. I could do sushi. Does anybody want sushi?